So when we left Deadwood on our way to Rapid City, we actually stopped in Sturgis, and it's not the time of year to actually stop in Sturgis. It's like only a town of like 700 people. There's nobody there. Only the first week of August is it really exciting and all the things. But somebody has always wanted to go and used to have a Harley and all of the things. So it was fun to be able to go to Sturgis and go to the Harley Davidson and different motorcycle shops there. I actually had a little bit of a break and was checking in with the team while Mike was checking out the museum for the Harley Davidson Motorcycle Museum. And he was having a great time looking around and checking out all the motorcycles. So not my thing, which is totally cool. It's like nice to be able to have a break and let somebody else have a moment to do something that they want to do and enjoy it. And so it was a good time for me to take a break and catch in with work kind of stuff. And then Mike got to enjoy the museum and all the things motorcycle that I'm not really into. But he went to all these other museums that I was really into, so it worked out.
Yeah, the motorcycle museum was really cool. Be sure to stop in and check it out in Sturgis. And then the Harley Davidson shops in Sturgis, Black Hills, and Wall are all super cool also. So, and there's one in Deadwood too. Like there's 4.
Yeah.
Actually,
You went to quite a few.
Yeah. They are. And but the one in Black Hills is the only one that has motorcycles. All the other ones are, Sturgis sells parts, but the one in Black Hills or Rapid City is the one that actually has motorcycles for sale there too. So, but it's pretty fun to see them. I haven't been to a Harley shop in a while, so it was fun to see some of the new styles and some of the older styles and just what was going on there.
It was a good time for me to check in with the team. So he could spend as much time as he wanted looking at the motorcycles. And then while we were there, since it was like the dead time of the year to be there, we drove by Full Throttle, and he got to experience a little bit of that and to see it's just a really interesting place with all of the different school buses and bridges and different things that I can't even imagine how many people are there watching concerts and doing things during Sturgis, but to see it completely empty and be able to go in and tour around, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. I had never heard of it before, so I didn't even know what to expect or anything, but it's 50 acres of, it's like basically it's an event center. It's not just like a saloon or anything like that. It's an event center. There was lots of things that were interesting to me, like all the old school, like literally there was a school bus turned up on its end as like some, like just a display, artwork and stuff. And like inside all the counters and everything was just old machinery, like huge old drill presses and like things welded together, and it's super industrial looking, which is super cool. And outside there was 2 bridges, like steel truss bridges that you would see on like I-5 or any streets really. So anyways, they were just there. They were like, 20 feet up in the air, and there were platforms. They had put the bridges there, and they put platforms on them so people could just see the concert, hang out and look at the concert that was going on. And that's such an interesting use. I was so fascinated because I've taken these bridges down before. We've put these bridges in the field. Here locally, there was a bridge that was on the side of the road that if you wanted to take the bridge, you would be paid $1 million, but you had to repurpose it, and there was no takers. You literally couldn't give these bridges away, and now to see them, similar bridges. Obviously, it's not the one in Washington. Was the one that was in South Dakota, but it was super cool to see. Yeah, to see them just used in that way. So, but yeah, the venue was way cool, and we got kind of like a private tour, like walked around and see it.
There was nobody there, like us and them played. That was it.
Yeah.
So.
I had no idea. Like, yeah, it's kind of out of the way from. It's off.
Remember when we were driving down the road and you were like, "What is that?" I mean, you were like freaking out, and you turned the car around and we drove by it again, and then we ended up driving by this 3 times.
No.
Yeah, because we were driving down the road.
Drove by and then drove back twice.
And then we still had to get back to where we were going.
No, we turned off the side.
Wait.
It was on the intersection. It was. If we're talking.
It was worth turning around for. What was it?
A turtle.
How big was the turtle?
It was huge. It was like this big. It was like this big of a turtle.
And it had a huge tail.
It had this weird It looked like some character out of like Super Mario Brothers or Sonic or something. I don't know. It was this turtle. I mean, it was a turtle. I get it. It's a turtle.
We didn't know it was a turtle
really
at first. I was wondering when he was like, there was something like that had a hard chill. I thought it was an armadillo.
I don't know.
Which is still something we'd never seen before. But yeah, the turtle was...
It was crazy. It had like the spikes on its tail and different things. Crossing the road.
It was like this big.
It was pretty big.
It was pretty big.
The only this is so weird. Like, you just don't see... Well, I've only seen turtles twice in nature. One was in Hawaii and one was here. Otherwise, they're in the zoo. Or like in somebody's house. Like, it's a little miniature turtle that they have.
Oh, yeah.
A pet turtle.
Yeah, it was like this big turtle with this long tail. Like, the tail was what was getting me. But anyway, so that was kind of fun. So we went from Deadwood, Spearfish Canyon. That was all up in the Deadwood area. Went to Sturgis as we were going to Rapid City. So that was kind of like the little area that we were hanging out in. And then we went to Rapid City. Rapid City, we went everywhere from Rapid City. And one of the days we were just in Rapid City and we went to this really cool firehouse brewery. I can't ever say that. Where did we go? We went to a firehouse?
Firehouse brewery.
Yeah.
It was an old firehouse that they converted into a restaurant.
It was really cool. And on the side of the building had this really nice, neat fireman mural, which was really cool. So Mike had ribs there, which he was...
Ribs, yeah.
They were really
so
good.
many ribs. It was like I couldn't even finish them all.
Yeah. So that was a really great restaurant that we went to while we were there. And then on all of the different street corners, they have all of the presidents or most of the presidents. So it was kind of fun to be able to walk around and find some of the different presidents. So they have, I can't remember, like the first 43 or something, 42 or 43. They're missing the last couple. But most of the president's statues are up there. And that was kind of fun to see them and see how tall they were and all those kind of things. And then, so we did that. And that was just Rapid City. We had another storm while we were there. Oh, yep. Wherever we are, he collects these stickers. And I collect the penny coin things. These are like my favorite things, like to do the little machines everywhere. And so we got a special little book for all of our South Dakota trip ones. So I have a couple of these books filled from other places, but the penny coins souvenirs are my favorite. But he is pointing out Bear Country. That was definitely
Bear Country USA, yeah.
Bear Country USA. I don't even remember how much it was. I think we paid per carload and not per person to get in, but it was so much fun. You drove your car around. You're not allowed to roll down your windows. Like, you were in your car. There was a little windshield washing station right when you got in, so
Yeah.
you could wash your windows if you needed to. But after you got in, there was different animals. There was like elk and wolves and different things, but you went for the bears, and there were so many bears, and they were like walking like down the road and right next to your car, and like one like brushed up against our car and just walked right down the... It was just crazy. Like,
yeah, love it.
There were some buffalo there. And then those one new animals that we had never seen. What are those called?
I don't know.
Pronghorn.
Pronghorn?
Yeah, that's it. We had never seen them before. They were a new animal, which was just fun. So we had saw those a couple different places. We saw them driving down the road at one point and didn't know what it was. And then when we were at Custard Park, which we'll talk about that, we actually got like a map of different things and different animals that were in the park. And that's when we learned what that animal was. But anyways, at Bear Country, they also had this like cub area with all the little cubs. Oh my gosh, they were adorable. There was probably like 30 cubs in this little like play area. And it was hot, but they were still playing and they were still checking each other out.
You think?
I think so, because there was a whole bunch laying down there in the shadows. I don't know. There was a bunch of them. but they were so cute. And there was a bear taking a bath.
Oh, yeah.
Or swimming in a pond that I thought was cute. And no, that was really fun. I'm glad not to see the bears out in the wild. I was glad to see them in a park and not on a hike. So that was definitely worth going. And then also when we were in Rapid City, we went to the Cosmo.
Yeah.
What was that called? The Cosmo Nature Area?
Yeah, Cosmos Mystery Area.
Mystery Area.
That place was pretty cool. It was just fun. Let's just say it was fun. I don't know about all but it was, so anyways, what it is, this place, and you can go, and there's like a gift shop, and they have rocks and different things that you can see, but it's like an
gravity.
Yeah.
It's a gravity, like, mystery kind of things happen there, and you should check it out.
Yeah. It's super fun. Tour guides are awesome. It was fun. It's really fun. Yeah. Definitely worth going.
Yeah. So that was just right outside of Rapid City too, which was a lot of fun. And we spent like almost a whole day in Custer State Park, and then we went back a second day.
Yeah.
But that was definitely like spend time there. We went right when we pulled into the park and went to the very first like big visitor center. There was a buffalo all by itself, like right there inside the park, which I was like joking later that they trained that buffalo to stay there. It was so exciting right when you got in the park. I'm sure they didn't, but there was people eating picnics like not too far away from where the buffalo was. It was freaking me out a little bit.
There was, to clarify it, there was like a creek in between, but still.
Yeah, but the buffalo can go like 35 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's faster than
humans.
So
I wouldn't have felt so safe being so close.
I'm no track star. I'm not going to test it out.
What is it called? Oh, the visitor center was really great. The rangers that are in there kind of give you a heads up of if they know where the buffalo are to, go this way or that way. So make sure if you're looking for the buffalo that you stop at the different visitor centers, because they'll give you the best chance of seeing where the buffalo are. There's like 1,300 buffalo in the park, and they mostly are in 2 different herds. So if you can find one of the herds, like, it's really cool. Yeah. So we did that first day, we did the whole, what's that called? The nature loop?
Wildlife loop.
We did all of that, and we didn't see any buffalo besides that very first one that we saw right when we pulled into the park. And then we left there and we went up to Needles Highway, which was so cool, and going through all those little tunnels.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You have to do that. Like, make sure that you don't make sure your car will fit through the tunnels. Like, that's really important.
A large motorhome or something with a big
truck.
Trailer. Yeah, you're not going to be. But the width was, I don't remember exactly, but
check it before you go.
Check the width to make sure your vehicle can go through it. The width and the height. It's one vehicle only in each way, and so it's kind of gets a little bit of a traffic jam at certain times, but there's a couple different tunnels there.
Yeah, and then
I think there's 2 or 3, and they are different. They're not all the same size, so.
No, but they're really cool. And then the one, when you go through the tunnel, there's like a little parking area, and we didn't know why people were parking there at first, and then we realized that as soon as you go through that tunnel and you see some cars parked there, that's where the actual Needle Peak is.
Oh.
So we were looking all over trying to find it. So it's right after you go through one of the tunnels going up to Sullivan Lake. So that's why cars are parked there, because it's right there. So if you're looking out the windows trying to figure it out.
It looks like the eye of a needle.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then we drove up to Sullivan Lake, and there is a hike that goes all the way around it, which I was able to do. So, but there was a bunch of stairs and different things. So it was fun to go all the way around the lake, and behind it, there's kind of this dam kind of area.
It was pretty cool. It's so it must be a man-made lake, and or a reservoir or whatever
I'm
it
not
is.
sure.
But it's pretty cool because you're actually below the water level, and you look up and it's like you're walking kind of behind these rocks, and at first I was thinking that, oh wow, these rocks are what's holding the water back. And then you walk a little bit further and you see it's just like this concrete structure in between the two rocks, and it's a dam actually that's holding all the water back. So, but it's super cool. It's pretty fun to see, and you can then walk up and be on top of that and see.
There's like a little bridge
sides.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people were playing in the water and jumping off the rocks, and some people had canoes and different things.
Yeah.
But the only way to get up there was through those little tunnels. And but that hike around it was really nice, and it didn't take very long. I can't remember how big it was, but it was totally friendly to me.
Yeah, it was fun.
Which was good. And then, how fun is this? It's a free park. Don't mind me breathing hard, because these are the stairs. Seriously though, these stairs. There's a lot of them. Our car is way down there. It was a lot of steps, but it was worth it. It's fun.